So, doing everything we can there to clear the board. With Grommash in hand, we can activate Grom's attack buff. We can do 10 damage, one-off lethal. But then my opponent would do something quite unexpected.
We must band together, united for Dalaran!
Spirit of the flame, turn them to ash!
Double Ragnaros to the face. Unfortunately, there was no coming back from this. If only we'd drawn that weapon on the previous turn, we could have set up lethal. Because here, we are, unfortunately, one-off lethal. Just bad luck for us, but all the credit in the world to my opponent for playing what appears to be quite an interesting deck.
Self-destruct!
Okay, what deck am I playing today? Well, we are taking a very slight detour. We're going to standard mode for a change. And I'll be playing Beardyman's Hulk Steel Smash Warrior deck. A lot of you will be familiar with the name Beardyman. I have featured his decks in the past, and I've had an incredible amount of fun playing his decks. Beardyman is a very good friend of mine on Twitter, and he always comes up with interesting, innovative decks, utilising cards that you don't often see played in the meta. And you know, his decks just so much fun to play. They motivate me so much, and even if I'm losing, I'm still having a lot of fun. And a few weeks back, I featured his Hulk Smash deck, which was a Rush Warrior deck. And this deck here, the Hulk Steel Smash deck, is the updated version of the original deck, featuring new cards from the latest expansion. In particular, a card called Batterhead. This is very interesting. It's a rush card. After it attacks and kills a minion, it can attack again. It has 12 health and 3 attack. That's quite significant. If you can combo Batterhead with Spirit of the Rhino. Spirit of the Rhino, by the way, most people don't know what that card does. When you play that card against an opponent, they'll often spend about 10 seconds mousing over it. You know, asking the question, what the hell does this card do? Anyway, it basically means that on the turn you play your rush minion, they are immune. In other words, they can do damage, they can attack into your opponent's minions, but they don't take any damage themselves. So comboing Batterhead with Spirit of the Rhino is pretty insane. This deck on the whole is just great fun, and we're going to have a look at 2 examples, 2 different games, starting out here against a rogue. Okay, I'm keeping Dynamatic. I don't even know if that's correct. Beardyman will correct me if it's not. But I value essentially what can sometimes be a board clear from Dynamatic if your opponent has a couple of low health minions on the board. It's a great card. And I'd kept Dynamatic in the hopes that I'd draw a 1 or 2 drop. And look, there's a 1 drop. So we have the coin. We're pretty much sorted. Hey, if he wants to backstab a 1-2, all the power to him. So, do we coin out a 3-drop? Or do you play a 1-drop here? I'm going to play the 1-drop because I don't feel like I'm under any particular pressure. And I want to take advantage of the rush effects of my 3-drop there. And I only want to play Frothing Berserker if I can get it buffed on the same turn that I play it. Like this turn here. We play the Berserker, and we get a nice buff. Feels pretty good. So he has to kill that at all costs. you cannot leave a Frothing Berserker alive on the board. That's just bad. And he's invested quite a lot to kill it.
Defend the gates! To me!
So this is very much a tempo deck. You keep control of the board. We have a nice curve going for us. We have a few choices on how we can proceed with this next turn.
Defend the gates! To me! To me!
I like defend the gates there. You know, it's allowing us to keep a body on board after the rush attack. And this feels like quite a slow beginning for him.
Trust the pirate's code.
Because we can just deal with everything that he puts out. Well, there's the Hulk. I don't even know if the Hulk is even going to be needed in this game, honestly.
Unity, precision, perfection. Primitive.
Unity, precision, and perfection.
To me!
I love Ziliax. I know some people really hate that card. They view it as being too overpowered. I love it. I really do. Okay, there's the new weapon that rogues have access to. But now, I wonder, can we get our value from the Hulk?
To me!
I was contemplating the Rhino, because I had the coin, but happy to develop the Hulk here. This is another minion, like the Frothing Berserker, that he's going to want to kill quite quickly. Well, it looks like he's investing in killing it.
This guy's...
But look at the amount of investment. The number of cards he's got to play to get rid of the Hulk.
Double time and double pay.
Wow. That's a huge investment. And I'm fine with that.
Pen is mightier with the sword.
Okay, it's time.
Out of my way!
Oh my goodness. That is a 7 cost 10-12. Wow. Just wow. Oh, he's gonna face tank it. That's really bad for him. He's nearly dead. And look at all of the options in my hand. We're spoilt for choice here.
I give up.
Didn't get an opportunity to play our Warbear. But that's okay. Okay, we're going to make a small change to the deck. Beardyman did message me on Twitter, and based on the number of weapon-based classes that he was facing on the ladder, so rogues and warriors and whatnot, especially Bomb Warrior on standard, it's considered a tier 1 deck. He put in an acidic Swamp Ooze, just to combat those weapon-based classes. So using this new version of the deck, let's have a look at it in action. And this time we're going up against a shaman, or a shaman, however it is you say it. So, we have the 1-drop, that's reasonable. Question is, do I want to coin out a 3? I think I do. In the interests of keeping control of the board, full control of the board, happy to bring out that rush minion. Next turn is likely to be Frothing Berserker.
That didn't go as...
Oh, this is an interesting deck. Now, keep in mind, I play very little standard mode. So, I don't know what people are playing at the moment. You know, we're only, a week or so into the new expansion. And a lot has rotated out of standard. So I don't know what the latest decks are. So I'm going into this somewhat blind, I guess. And that makes it more fun. That makes it more fun. So I see Blood Mage Thalnos, and I'm thinking, what is he playing?
Well played.
If spell power is important to him, is he some kind of a Malygos deck? Lots of spells here. I'm assuming it's Malygos.
Defend the gates!
I mean, either that, or he really values the card draw through Thalnos.
That didn't go as...
Does feel like a bit of a weak start for him.
The calm before the storm.
Rush the enemy! Defend Gilneas! Attack!
Spirit of the Rhino there, doing a lot of work for us. He's going to want to prioritise on killing that quickly, if he can. Oh wow, Fork Lightning. Okay, that didn't do anything for him. And once again, Spirit of the Rhino doing work for us. And we have
The calm before the storm.
we have our Rhino for turn 8. We're in a good position here. He still could not get rid of Spirit of the Rhino.
That's incredible!
And now we're just going to bully him. This is a lot of fun.
To me!
Attack!
And the thing about this board is, it's so resistant to AoE. We got some beefy minions on this board. Oh wow, Frost Elemental.
Honor my word!
So we just keep having fun here. Oh wow, an 817!
This might hurt! Smash!
Yeah, an 817 that was immune on that last turn.
Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the language, and curse this land.
Wow. That was quite the experience, honestly. It felt really quite exhilarating and quite shocking to play that last game. And I think it just goes to show that with a good curve and the right draws, this deck right here is pretty unstoppable. So thank you very much to Beardyman for giving me this deck list. I know he spent a lot of time trying to refine this deck and experimenting with different cards and different options. Can I just note that Dr. Boom, Mad Genius, is in this deck, and we didn't even get a chance to play him, or we didn't even need to play him in those last two games. The minions alone in this deck were doing great work for us. But if you do need a bit of staying power going into the late game, Dr. Boom Mad Genius can give you that. But yeah, Batterhead, an MVP card for me certainly in this deck. If comboed with Spirit of the Rhino, it can essentially be a board clear against whatever it is your opponent has played. So let's be aware of that. The Festeroot Hulk, the Frothing Berserker, Darius Crowley. These are cards that when they are played, they demand answers immediately. Akali the Rhino, another card demanding an immediate answer. Gromash demands an immediate answer. Because these are cards that, if they're left alive, they could do terrible, terrible things. So yes, very much a fun deck to play, ladies and gentlemen. Give it a try if you've got the cards. It is a standard mode deck. My challenge to Beardyman is, can he make a similar deck work in wild mode? Let's see what he comes up with. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and give Beardyman a follow on Twitter. I'm sure he'd enjoy that and appreciate that. And I'll see you all again very soon for more standard or wild mode fun.